A lot of people don't actually know what happened.
I didn't know about the natives and like the indigenous people. Their stories are not being told. The truth is not being told.
They're not saying everything about indigenous people. And so we have to learn more about it.
The On Indigenous Land Program was designed to foster relationships between racialized youth and indigenous peoples.
Indigenous peoples are the first peoples of this land. Dismantling the systemic barriers that they face is of utmost importance.
In history, indigenous people have not been treated fairly. They've been stripped of their culture, their land, even their own language, right? So yeah, it's very important to fight, you know.
We wanted them to become leaders in their own community.
We're entering this work with an open mind, with a genuine heart.
I can relate to the indigenous because I can feel what they were going through. I come from a third world country.
One of the ways that the youth were able to express themselves was through poetry. They were able to really speak about who they were.
Seeing the snow falling on our coats, a month to winter, they will look at you and pass across, tears rolling down our cheeks, wishing to go back home.
Where did it come from? Where did the poem come from?
It's real life experience. It's nothing but the truth and nothing but what happens.
We gave them a connection to the experience of indigenous peoples here in Canada.
How could I embrace this land with pride while wounds lay hidden? In their stories, I saw my own roots tangled deep in the unknown.
Now my dreams are stitched with theirs, a patchwork quilt of hopes and cares.
In the quiet whispers of the trees, where rivers flow with ancient ease, the resilience of the children and their rights to be free.
You found your own rhythm and you were able to share with each other.
My mother's maternal tribe, the Nubians, the tribe was completely erased. It's almost the same thing like us, the indigenous people.
We might be different, but we kind of do have the same story a little bit.
The youth were really able to express themselves through stage and theater. They allowed for a different form of communication that was deeper than words. As newcomers, that was something that was very beautiful for everyone to experience.
We have lived experiences of what it means to lose your land and lose your identity and your heritage. You don't get that unless you've experienced it yourself or you've come from people that have experienced that. That one thing allows us to see each other.
I know what it's like, how they've been mistreated. I know how it feels. If we as a people can use our power, let's come together and spread the word.
Children could not speak their indigenous language when they were at school because they would get punished.
What they did is actually what happens in most of our schools in Kenya. Why should you force me to speak English? That's not our language.
Knowing that we just fully took over the indigenous languages and we just fully replaced it with English. Like sometimes even speaking English can feel sort of like a crime.
I think the last residential school was like closed in the 90s.
In some of the residential schools, there are unmarked graves. Some of the priests, they actually made other children dig the graves. Sorry, I get so emotional about it because it's so important. It's so important.
Through the learnings and the teachings of our Indigenous elders, participants were able to understand and learn the origins of the land that they resided on currently.
The first part is to find out the peoples that were in that area.
Windake, where to put this in here?
Zainab, yeah. I find Anishinaabe.
That in itself allowed for the racialized youth to really connect to indigenous teachings, to know more about their connection with the land.
Canada as a nation has to take a step back and realize the wrongs it has done to truly become a diverse nation that respects everyone who lives on the land.
I think that the workshop was eye-opening and inspirational.
I think that was my first hands-on experience working with that community.
The stuff that you guys
shared to us, like I didn't know about, and now like I'm full like I know it.